Hello everyone and welcome back once again to some more star technology. I am Towkn and there is some llamas in front of me spitting and it's annoying. But yeah. Anyways, you might notice if you look far over to the side some other stuff going on over there. Because yeah, I was looking at a bunch of stuff that we're going to need for the future and I was like, you know what? I need to get it started now before we jump into applied energistics, I think, just so that we can get it going because it is going to take a long time, and it actually took probably about 3 hours to get everything set up the way I wanted to. Ooh, we're running out of power. So let's go deal with that real quick, and yeah, we'll take this hammer over, or soft mallet over here. We'll turn that off right now. We are currently trying to make some more of this aluminum dust to make some more aluminum ingots so that we can make some more aluminum wire. Like so. So we'll do that. And yeah, let's go ahead and take out this copper sheets here as well. We are going to need a bunch of those still. Okay. You might also notice the Skystone tanks. These Skystone tanks actually do let me put the sulfuric acid and the diluted sulfuric acid in them, so I could use those for sulfuric acid, which I did, so that I was able to get a bit more ethylene. As you can see, we have 24 buckets over here to make some more polyurethane and stuff like that, because we're definitely going to need a lot more of that. Right now, we currently have some blue topaz going into there, which goes into here for this, because, yeah. Which was, again, this old machine made a whole nother one of these. That's weird. So does this just not transfer fast enough for this thing? If I click on it, there we go. So it's got sand in it. Oh, I think I know what it is. M flame chunk. No, that's in a. Huh. Don't know. It's in a force loaded chunk. I'm also gonna go ahead, go like that, turn that off, just because that's honestly not doing anything at all. But yeah, so we made this so that we have one that has sand going into it. So we now have this that goes to there to make sand, which goes up into here. Is this just out of power? No. That's not out of power. That's not out of power. That's weird. That stuff starting and stopping. Like, why is this on idling and then not on idling? I don't know. Maybe I'm just not transferring enough power. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it or why it's not working. I mean, I can understand why this only works every now and then, but why this thing keeps stopping, I'm not sure. But it is making blue topaz and topaz because we need fluoride later for one of the things. Yeah, so we got that making this so that we can throw this into an electrolyzer, which we actually already have a stack of it. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll throw this into the electrolyzer. We will grab ourselves this drum, put it right there. As you can see, this is making fluorine gas, which we need. Yeah. Anyways, we could also get into some of this stuff over here. So right now we have some skystone in here. We could go like this and type in gold to take a stack of this out of here and throw it in here so that we could start getting that to make us some gold skystone alloy dust. We are also going to need some diamond dust, which honestly I don't know if I could get it. I could get it from this. Okay, so I could just go like this. I could press U. I could go like that, throw that in there, and go like this. We could then throw that in there as well. And I think I'm only going to need like half of that. I mean, I will need more later, but for now, we'll put it on half. We got silicone here, which we could go like this here and make some blocks of silicone that we could jump up here and throw in our cutter. Like so. And then, of course, we have this, which we come over here. And we could tell this to go into there, which will do some stuff in there. Perfect. Okay. We can now grab this and this out of here and get it in there. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, but this, I went ahead and made the advanced macerator so that that would go faster. Because again, that's 10 seconds. If we put it in here, it would have been 20 seconds. It would have taken twice as long to get all that stuff. So let's do that. But let's see what we got down here going now. Okay, so we got some 15 skystone alloy. We then, in order to make that into whatever, we have to throw it in a blast furnace on 2. But let's do this. We'll come over here. That is on 2 currently, but we'll go ahead and go like that. Take out the lumina dust. And just put the extra lumina dust in here. This will finish making that one, and then it will go into the skystone alloy stuff. I was gonna say, that didn't just run out of power again, did it? That would have been bad. Okay, because it looked like it blinked. It might have blinked when it changed over to whatever, but it only takes 3 seconds for all those. So we'll let that do that. We'll run back over here then. Let's go ahead, take that out. We'll go ahead and take that out. Once it's done making that, we'll do that. But then we needed to see, if I click on this here, I think it's calculation press. Yeah, it needs this one, which if we press or click on that, click on this and go to this, we'll want this Certus quartz skystone, which is made with Certus quartz dust. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure. I'm pretty sure that was what it was going to be, but yeah. QU, which we only have 2 of right now. We do have some of this that's purified. So if I go like that, and I'm pretty sure we just throw this in a centrifuge to get the dust. Do we have a centrifuge over here, or is that all just a chemical cutter, lathe, solidifier? Okay, yeah, I didn't think so. I was pretty sure the only one we had was this one over here. And of course, this topaz can't go in there. We'll go like that. And we'll let that turn that into that. And we'll throw the crushed topaz back into there. And we'll put that like that, so that the crushed topaz will go back up in a circle for now. Hopefully. I mean, it still might end up being thrown in here just because, but I could go like that to stop that from happening. But yeah, there we go. We'll grab that. There we go. We grab 16 of them. Run over here. And throw those 16 in there. And just let the diamond keep going. Run this over here. And throw that in there. Grab out the 15 we already have. And just to make sure, I'm pretty sure we needed them to be plates. Yeah, okay, so we'll make these plates in here by clicking this and making sure we are on 1. Going like that, we could put this in here. Also, I made a backpack and went all the way up to the rare backpack so that it was, because the first one's just 2 rows. So there's that. So if I forget where stuff is at, it might be in there. Okay, let's take these guy stone plates out. Run over here, and then I should be able to throw these in here. And let them cook in there for a minute to get some printed logic circuits. We could also probably jump up here, grab our silicone plates out, throw them in there too for afterwards. But yep, that'll be that, and that's how we get into some of this. But we could come here now. That's still making diamond. We could grab out what we have. Bring it over. Throw it in there. Jump up here, grab this out. And keep changing these. Boom, there we go. I did also go ahead and turn off this. Right, I went ahead, made a redstone lamp, put it up in there, and turn it off. Yeah, just because, yeah, why not? We are getting, I mean, we got a bunch of stuff, right? We even got some potions of healing, which is pretty cool, but I want to make a thing that will capture experience as well. I don't know how to go about doing that, but I want to do that. I went ahead and moved this over here so it went much quicker so that we can make ourselves, whatchamacallit, their rubber faster so that we could get the rubber for this easier for making rubber on our wires. Because that took quite a while to do that. Yeah. Okay, so we got 42 buckets of oxygen there, which is super, super nice, except our oxygen bucket is full. Yeah. Let's see, our nitrogen's probably full. Yep, we're almost full of nitrogen and oxygen there. That nitrogen still got quite a bit in it, but not vast amounts. That oxygen's pretty fine. Let's go. So let's go ahead, grab this, bring it over, put it right there. We'll grab this nitrogen and swap it out real quick. There we go. Perfect. And then let's go over here, grab our circuits that we got so that I could start making some silicone ones. We should also be able to come over here, grab that out so that I could start making those. And bring this over, throw it in there. And we'll just let that cook for a minute. And yeah. But yeah, I have found out we are in a horrible, horrible state overall for power. I don't know for sure. So I was thinking, right? Like you can even see like that one's draining power pretty quick. Pretty quick, that one is draining power. This one doesn't seem to drain power as quick. I'm not entirely sure why, but it doesn't. I mean, they both have the same thing, in them. But I'm not sure why that one just doesn't like even when all the rest of them are empty, this one here will still be full for some reason. I'm not sure why. They're all on inert mode, so it should just be transferring wherever through it. And yeah, this one here also same thing. It'll go empty before that one over there does, and then the two we have up here, this one, you can see it's already empty. Because yeah, well, it's empty because yeah, there's nothing going into it, right? We would need to put something on the side here to go into it to fill it up with power. But yeah, you can see that's just draining power. So we definitely need something that'll give us more power. And I mean, I was looking at stuff, right? You go into power, and there's still the different, we could up these, and I think if we put like, I don't know if we could put one of each of these on here to increase everything, but whatever. We do have this, which since we are getting diamonds, we could do that. There's also still the solar we could work on. but I'm not entirely sure what all some of this requires. I mean, that's some iron foil, that's diodes and stuff like that. I believe it also requires, some of it will require soldering alloy, which we haven't got to. There's the steam, which, I mean, I'm not even sure what super hot steam is. Super hot steam is made in a fluid heater from hot. So basically, if I got fluid heaters and put steam in it, and then, yeah, so basically, yeah, so we would basically need to grab, which we could possibly do as well, and that would probably also increase how well this thing actually does work. We go from fluid heater to fluid heater to fluid heater to fluid heater, and just up from there. Of course, I didn't actually even check to see if these actually require, like, even, well, I'm assuming they require. Oh, no, they could all be done on low voltage, which is a thing. Like, even this thing here, for some reason, now is freezing. Or maybe it's just the sound that's freezing. I don't know. We are making more steel because why not? We'll go like this real quick. There we go. And we put all the steel in there. Okay, so we're good there. So let's get over here and grab. Actually, no, we need to go grab our diamond stuff. We'll grab our diamond skystone. Run it around to our forming press where we go like that. We'll then go ahead and take the silicone out. And that'll give us that, which weird that it gave us the printed circuit one as well. But then we come over here, throw that in there for that to start making that. And then we come over here, take those out. And we could click here, we could go to this, and as you can see, we only got 2 more left to get from there. Which the diamond one. Oh wait. I forgot a step. Which we could bring over here. We could go like this. We could throw that in there. Wow, this flattens these pretty quick, apparently. Like it says, I don't even know why that went that fast. Holy crap, that went fast for some reason. But yep, we could bring them over here now and do that. Unless that was just 7 ticks instead of 7 seconds. Maybe, that might have been what it was. But yeah, then we could bring this over and go like that. If you look at that, it says 12T, so I'm assuming that's going to be ticks instead of seconds. I don't remember how many ticks are in a second either. So, yeah. Okay, but we could run over here, grab that. We could take this out before it's done, throw that in there, throw this in there, and then throw that back in there. We're almost there. Almost there. Once we get this, we'll have that, which will then mean we can go do this here. 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, done. Perfect. Okay, so that'll give us our thing here. Just do 2 star coins. Perfect. Then we click here, click this, and click this. Okay, so now where are we at? So there's netherite skystone, which is used for some of the mega crafting and the super dense energy and the dense energy. I'm assuming, or no, the whatever. We don't really need to worry about that. Cell housing, we probably might need to worry about for some stuff, but I think we need mainly to get this, the ME drive, so we could also get our, or the ME stuff, so we get our ME controller. So Fluix crystals. How do we get those in this pack? In this pack, we get Fluix crystals by putting charged Certus quartz, a redstone, and a nether quartz. Well, we need to get charged, which we just put it in a polarizer. Okay, so if we go here and type in quartz, right? Let's just take half of them real quick. Over here, throw them in there, and we can get that done. Let's eat real quick to get our food up. And yeah, you know, I'm pretty sure there's a rule though that you could turn wandering traders off. I'm not sure why that wasn't done for the case for this if you can't actually have villagers and stuff. Okay, but here we go. So we got again this. We need redstone and nether quartz and then water. So reds, actually I don't even know why I'm doing that. QU. We're gonna go ahead, grab 4. And then we'll come back over here, grab 2. And then we'll come over here and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to. Can I put water in? I think I could put water in that one, right? So let's go like this real quick and we'll find out. We'll get water from there. Yeah, we should be able to, because we should be able to mix 2 fluids, right? So if I put water in there and then I go boom, 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 like that, and the reason why we did 4 was because of that. But we could do this, and that'll give us our Fluix crystals. Which then if we go like this though and press R on this, as you can see, sadly, we can't make a like Fluix block to get more. But that is fine. So then we click here, Fluix steel dust. So we would need Fluix and steel, or Fluix dust and steel. Fluix dust we can get by throwing that inside of that. So we might as well go ahead, wait a second, grab all this. Come over here, and that one's working. So we're going to put it in here, which will take a little bit longer. It's 4 seconds, that's not too bad. And we'll just let that go here for a second. Let's go ahead and deal with these llamas. I'm just going to deal with them this way. Boom, there we go, perfect. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and with that, we should be able to click here, and this will be done here in a second, or technically 4. So there we go. There's our Fluix dust. Now we need steel dust, so we'll click here, type in steel, where we only have a little bit of that. So let's go ahead. We're going to need 16, right? So we'll go like that. I'll throw that in there, and that'll take a little bit of time too. That's going to take, yeah. Then, of course, this impure stuff got thrown up into there. Just fine. We could take it down and throw it into here. The blue topaz, let's take that out of here, throw it in here, and we can throw it in here. Boom, done. Okay, perfect. Then this could only hold 48 things of oxygen gas. That kind of sucks. I don't think we have any more empty. Actually, technically, that's empty. I could take this one and put it there, and that'll fill up with oxygen, which will work nicely. And then, of course, if we go here and we press U on this, it's the same thing. So we'll go like this and get all these out of here and go with topaz dust that we'll throw in there, which gives us just 1 for 1 instead of the other way around. Okay, and I believe that's also giving us more like aluminum and stuff like that. I mean, let's jump down below and see what that actually gives us. If we come down here and click on this, so yeah, it's giving us more aluminum and possibly silicone, I'm guessing. Yeah, but then we got some of these other ones here because I threw our rare earth, or not a rare earth, our raw or rare or mid, whatever it is that's over here. Not the slurry, the residue, the rare ore slit residue. We threw that, a bunch of that in there, which I forget. We technically have this one that's empty too, which I could take, put out there. This one's got oxygen in it. We'll put it over here. This has got iron chloride in it. We put it right there. Okay. So it's just got impure dust, which, yeah, doesn't do anything. Take it, throw it down here, grab this, throw it in there. And then we can grab all of these out, go like that. Let's go ahead and throw that in there. We can throw that in there. And we'll be fine. Now we could actually take this other thing, put it there. Of course, it's going to put the fluorine in there. We'll go like that till the fluorine's out. Go like that. And of course, it's going to put the hydrogen in there now. Okay, the only thing in there is oxygen. So if I go like this quick, it should start putting, yeah, there we go. There we go. So that's good. Okay. We were doing stuff though. We should be able to, if I come over here, we got everything out of there. We did all that. We did this. I should be able to come over here, grab all of these circuits out of here. Let it work on making some more of those, and then throw that in there to let it make some more of those. And go, okay, perfect. Okay, so now we do need to work on this, so which means we need to make a ME assembler. But if we click on these are EV machines. Okay, actually no, apparently, okay, so we could do it with M. We could do it with H, we could do it with U, we could do it with I. Okay, so it's just how many you make out of each one. Okay, so we could do it with the medium voltage one. We just can't do it with the basic one. So we need a medium voltage assembler. So if I go like that, hit B, what are we missing? We are going to be short 2 claws and one of these, the emitter, which kind of sucks. That means we need more electrum rod. So electrum. I'll go like that. We do have a lathe over here that'll go a little bit quicker. Not that it matters too much, but we could do that. So we're gonna need some electrum rods, which it's for that thing. We're also going to need another flawless emerald, which kind of sucks because I don't think we were making too many of those. So if I go like this though, we press U, right? So we can get crushed emerald from this, or we could throw it in here to get raw emerald, right? And then of course the raw emerald, if we do that and then throw it into the macerator, we get 4 per. So that's going to be the better option there. Because then after that, we need to get again the flawless emerald. So if we click on this and then click on this and click on flawless emerald, we get that from cutting either a single exquisite one, which we could possibly do, a laser engraving with 2, that's a high voltage one, though we can't do that, or a sifter that is low voltage from purified emerald ore. Okay, so yeah, I think that's going to be the best option. So we'll take this and we can throw that in there. This will start cutting it into raw emerald and stone. That we could then take over to here, throw in here. We are going to go ahead quickly take that off there just because I'm not sure what I wanted to do with this again. So this then goes to an orb washer. So yeah, we want to take it to the orb washer first. So we'll go ahead and take these 8 over to our orb washer, which right now sadly is still just a basic orb washer, and we'll throw it in there. So that's 10 seconds for that. Of course, this thing here is also draining power too, isn't it? For some of this, because I wanted to get more of this stuff, the gold and the silver. The other stuff I'm not sure. I still think I might need some of that and some of this other stuff, but yeah, but either way, we'll let this do this. We're also getting the beryllium dust this way, which is very nice. Because I'm pretty sure we're going to need a lot more of that as well. But let's go ahead and grab some more of this, bring it over here, throw it in here. And yeah, so we're going to need that. But while some of that's going, let's see. We also needed 2 of these, which means we're going to need a lot of these. So we'll go here. Let's just apparently make 10, because that's all the copper nickel wire I have right now, which kind of sucks, but is what it is. So in order to make that, we need 2 of these. In order to make 2 of these, we need 2 more of these. So we'll go like this and go 1, 2. To then go like this and go 1. First, we'll grab our medium, press our medium. Yeah, there we go. 2, like so. We then need a single belt, which we could go like that. Put in there. And then we just need that emitter. Let's go ahead, grab the 8 of that we have in there already. Out, go like that. Go like that. And let's just see how lucky we can get with this. Because I could possibly also make the sifter better. So if we go like this, right, and we come here, sifter, right, and we go like this, and we click on this one. What do we need for that? If I click here. So we're going to need 2 of these, which we can make, I believe. 1, 2. And then we need 2 of these, which I believe we can make like so. And then I go like this to get an advanced sifter, which we could actually just bring over, put right there. Press B so we could type in wire to get our wire cutters back out and hook that up to there. Because I believe if we go like this, if we press U on this, right? And then we go to the sifter, the low voltage is that. If we go in 20 seconds, we go up to that, it's 10, but it is also up like 2% on the stuff. So yeah, but we go like that now. We can throw that in there as well. And now we have it kind of double being made. Yeah. Okay. And if we're lucky, we will get it here on that first try. What are we looking at for time? We did. We got our flawless on the first one. Nice in there. Perfect. Perfect. That's wonderful. It's wonderful. So then we could click B. Go over here, click this, which sadly we do need some more stuff now. Oh man, I didn't even think of that. So if I click on this, we are going to need some more electrum rod, which I actually think I might have been making, right? We were making it. Never mind. Come over here to the lathe, grab that out, and then we could hit B And click that. Guessing we're going to need more copper wire, though, right? Copper, yeah, so we're going to need more copper. Which I don't think I have in my backpack, do I? Nope, I do not. Okay, so we'll hit B. Actually, we'll go ahead, run over here where I should have a bunch of copper. And we'll go back to our wire mill. Let's go ahead and take that out of there, put that in there. Go like this, and let's just go ahead here real quick and type in wire mill and see what we need to make that. I'm assuming we're just going to need more electric motors, right? So if we type here and type in MV, yeah, according to this, we don't even have any of the medium volts, so we're going to need more copper nickels. So we need B, we're going to need copper dust and nickel dust. And our alloy smelter, wherever we put it, right here. We go like that, and we put our copper and nickel in there, which will start making copper nickel, which will then put that in there, which we go like that, go like this, there we go, let that start making that. We can bring this over here, throw it in there. But then, yeah, we can still come back over here, go like this, put that there. We can put that there for afterwards. Okay, there we go. Come over here and grab some copper wire out. Okay, perfect. Okay. So, in order to make this now, right, we're just short on that there. Right, because if I go up here and we type in MV, we have our machine hall, we have our circuits, we have the copper cable. We just need these, which also are going to require more copper cable, but they also need that, and we're fine. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's basically going to be what we require there. Yeah, because we have only one medium voltage electric engine right now, which is why it doesn't say that we have 0. But yeah, okay, so we grab this, throw that in there, and go, nope, I actually want that in there because I wanted ×2. So we'll go like that. We can click here and go 1, 2, 3, right? And then click here to get our advanced wire mill that we can just put right there. Which then lets me go ahead and throw this here on 1. And that will go much quicker than it was over here, I think. Yeah. And that's still making more of that, so we're still good there. Okay, perfect, perfect. Okay, so we go like that. We could go like that. Throw that in there. And we were working on this, right? Which means we're going to need another one of these. And another machine hall. So we'll go like this to get this. Okay, and then we're going to need more copper wires. So we'll run over here and grab that. Put it in there. And then we just need this, which we can make. Boom. And then, of course, because of the way the stuff is, we'll click there. There we go. ME assembler thingy madoodad, blah, blah, blah. Okay, perfect. And then what we could do is put it right here. Nice. And then with that, I'm assuming this is where these get put in here. So we would put this in here with, again, if I find the one that is medium voltage, we're going to need a silicone chip. And then we're going to need the soldering alloy. But either way, we could go ahead, open this up, go like this, 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 and this. Then we could get the soldering alloy, which, I mean, we don't have any of, but we grab that out. Come on. Grab that out of there. Okay, and then we'll bring this over here. We'll throw it in here just for now. Okay, and then soldering alloy. So what do we need for soldering alloy? So if I go over to this thing, again, we press U on this. We click on here. This is done in an alloy blast furnace, or scrapping, or soldering tray. So we're going to need, apparently, an alloy blast furnace. Ugh. That sounds like fun. That sounds like fun. And let's see. Available recipes types is alloy blast furnace. Okay, so if we click here, yeah, I thought so. So is there really no other way to get soldering alloy? So let's go like this, sold. Liquid soldering alloy, and then some other soldering alloy. So liquid soldering alloy, again, we're just gonna click on this. This is the only way to make it, right? Is in an alloy blast furnace or smelter, or scrapping down block of soldering alloy, nuggets of soldering alloy. If I go like this, though, maybe I can make it another way. Metal molding, nope. Soldering alloy dust. How do we get that? How do we get that? That is going to be tin, lead, and antimony. Okay, so that's something we could actually do, I believe. So if we click on here and go with lead, we have lead. We can click here, type in tin, we have tin. Go here, type in antimony, which we have some of. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we go with that, and that was done. So if we press this, actually we just click soldering alloy dust, right? Click here. It's done in any mixer on circuit 3. Do we have a mixer over here? I don't think we have a mixer over here, because wait, do we? Mixer, polar, centrifuge. No, we don't have a mixer. I'm not sure where my medium voltage, or my low voltage mixer went to. Distillery, washer, electrolyzer. Wait. Oh yeah, that's a electrolyzer, distillery. That's something else up there. I don't know where it went, so we'll just go here. Go like that, put it on 3. So that we could start getting our soldering alloy dust that we could then just cook in any furnace. Or can we just we could throw it straight into a low voltage. Okay, so we could go like this and just bring it over here and throw it in here. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, and with that, we then just need an empty, no, actually, no. I don't think we're going to get an empty drum. I mean, we could always just make another one, right? Click here, go like this, go 1, 1, 2, perfect. There we go. We can put that there. I am going to actually go ahead and go like this, though, for when we do want to just take stuff out and I don't get any other type of weird stuff, because I feel like if I put it here, some of this stuff might try to do some stuff. But there we go. We got that in there. We could just let that go for a little while. Right? And come over here. That actually made a lot more than I thought it was going to make, you know. I thought it was going to be like 2 or 3. But here we go. We got that. So that's got a buck or more than a bucket in it. Which actually, you know what? We could just leave it here. And we could grab a bucket of it. Bring over here and go like so. Boom. And that's not working. Why? If we press this, oh yeah, we need our silicone chips. So if we go in here and type in silicone, we have just 8 of these right now. We could throw them in there. That'll make, we're just gonna make 1 of each for right now. So boom, we could take that out. And then we could get this last one here. Boom, like so. And then we could go ahead and say, I'm pretty sure we're mainly gonna want the gold ones for now. So we'll go like that. We got all those out. That's quest completed. Let's come over here and grab out the rest of these. And throw them in there, and then we'll just go ahead quickly on this, press R. We need these just plain wafers in a cutter. Okay. So if we go like this, click here, type in wafer. We don't have any. I know I can get some from the quest for free. I mean, from here, we get 32 of them for 8. I think I'm going to do that. Ooh, I'm not going to do that. Actually, I could probably do that because I click here. We could go up to... Actually, we might not be able to because if I click on this here, that didn't actually give us anything. So we would just need another quest that we could complete that's easy. That might give us a reward. Otherwise, I got to get some more of these silicone boil things, which... Silicone dust. Oh, that's actually pretty easy. Silicone dust, we have a lot of that. And then the small gallium. So if we hit this and type in gallium, we could click on this to get the small gallium. We go on to, and then we could type in silicone. Take out a stack of that real quick and bring it over here. And then throw this. And actually, if we want to click on this real quick and click on that, it does have to be on to for that. Okay, so if I do that, that's going to make the boil. Okay, perfect. That's going to make a couple of those, but that is a extremely long process to make that one. I forgot about that. Okay, so we might need to, yeah, just make a thing. Anything in here we can do. MV upgrade kit is 2 or 4 gold plates. I don't even know what that's going to require. And then, of course, it requires a medium voltage thing. So I don't think that'll happen. A basic fluid solidifier. So if I throw that over there, right, and then we hit B, if I go over to it, we're just missing 2 of these. So if I click on this and we click here, we go like this and make some of those. We're going to need some of these, which needs just regular copper wire apparently. So let's go ahead, take that out of there, this out of here. I'll throw that in there real quick. We'll go like that. Throw that in there. Go like that. Throw that in there. There we go. We can click on this, to click on that to get one of those. And actually we need 2 of those, so we'll go ahead and do it again, like so. And then we could click here, get our 10 rotors that we need for it, and then we click here to get our small pipes that we're going to need for it, and then we click here, click on that, click here and go 1, 2, perfect. And then that will let us make our basic fluid solidifier, which for now can just get set right there, but that was only done to make that. I'm assuming we needed that to make the soul infused glass and possibly even the singularium glass and all that stuff there. But with that, we can now click on this, go down to here, click on here. And even though I hate doing this because of stuff, we could just do that. And then we could jump up here to our cutter, take that and that out and throw this in there. And that will make some more silicone chips for us. We can then bring over this and throw it in here, pull this out of here, throw it into here where we can take our stone dust out of to bring it over here and throw it in here. Not sure why there's 3 buckets in there, but whatever. Yeah, that's doing that. That's filled with drilling fluid. That's filled with drilling fluid, which means this is still on. Perfect. Yeah, so we're going good there. We're just now waiting for more chips then, right? To kind of work into doing some of this other stuff. Okay, so jump up here, take out those chips, bring them over, and throw them into there. Oh yeah, the soldering alloy as well. We needed a lot more of that. That's still got a little bit left to go, so we're fine. We'll click there. Okay, then we'll click here, and we'll go back to applied energistics because we have that. I'm assuming we might need that. I'm not sure, but for sure we do need the fluid steel dust, which we could run over here and grab. I believe we have. Oh no, did we? No, because we had to crush down our steel. So we'll go like that. And then we could come back over here. Go to this. And throw Fluix and steel dust in there. To get that to start making the Fluix steel dust. Okay, once that makes that, we go like that. Okay, there we go. We got that. But now to make a ME controller, we're going to need actually apparently some more diamond skystone, which kind of sucks. I didn't think about any of that. And we're going to actually need some more calculation presses. So we'll go ahead and throw those up there. Take this out of there. We'll grab this from here. Bring it over to here. Go like this. And get all that in there. Yeah, okay, perfect. So that'll work there. And then we just still need to get more diamond skystone, which kind of sucks because, yeah. Diamond It means we're going to need to grab some diamonds out and crush them down. And of course, that's working there. So if I actually go like this, right? If I press U on this, can I just crush these with a hammer? Actually, this is where it's annoying. So if we go like this and we press R, right? We click on this, we click on this, we click on this to make thing. Okay, I'm trying to think. To make this ingot, to get that, to make this dust, to get that, which means we need diamond dust. I can just, so I can't crush it with that. Okay, but I could do that. I could do that. Ore washer, crusher. Can I just crush straight diamond, or do I have to use diamond ore? Part grinding. I mean, based off the okay, so I can. Okay, I can. I just wanted to make sure, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in there. I'm gonna throw this in there. There we go. You can start getting this. Take out some of that. Run it all the way over here. Throw it in there. Pull this out of there. But that makes some more diamond skystone stuff. Press this. Uh, yeah, we needed thing, ME controller, click here. We needed a fluid steel frame, which is going to require fluid steel rods. So we're going to need to make that, which I'm assuming we can do without the vacuum freezer. According to this, it looks like we might need the vacuum freezer, hot fluid steel. Chemical bath with distilled water. Okay, so no, we could do it with the chemical bath. Okay, which is right there. Technically, we could probably do it in the other one as well, but let's go ahead and bring this over. Throw that in there. Right? Because we go like that. Blast furnace. Ooh, this needs helium or nothing. Okay, so if we put it on one, it'll do it. It's just going to take much, much longer. It's going to take 10 seconds. That's not bad. But we could also take these two things here out now. Go like this. This goes into a cutter. And we always get 16 out, so we can just grab these, take these two things over to the cutter. I'm going to go ahead, go like that, go like that. Throw those two in there. We'll bring these over to here where we throw these in there. You're also going to need a lot more silicone. So if I go here and type in silicone real quick, we go like this. We throw them into this bender to get some silicone plates. Like so, that'll give us 5 silicone plates that we could bring over to here and throw in there. Of course, we do have more here that we could bring over, throw in there. Yeah, perfect. Okay, and then with that, we can still go ahead and throw these back up in there, take those out, throw these in there, because we're going to need a lot of these. We're going to need a whole lot of these. Okay. Grab that out. Bring this over here. There we go. We can just take that, throw that in there. I don't know how many more of those we need, but yeah. Okay. Ooh, this is not going very fast. Is it only need, it should only need that like one or two more, right? Oh, maybe not. It's blinking. I'm gonna go ahead and disable it real quick. We'll grab this and bring it over to here where I will go like this and like that if I could find them. And yeah, we definitely need to get more power into this thing and all these other things, sadly. Oh, something else is out of power. We're gonna go like this though, and go here, and type in mallet real quick. Go ahead, click on. Actually, no, can't do that one. Can't really do that one either, or that one, or that one, or that one. So we'll just have to go back with a wooden soft mallet. And for now, and we'll just go like that and turn that off. Apparently, if you shift click, it'll pause it after the current cycle it's on. Which is fine. We need diamond skystone. This will go into here, where I will put this back onto 2 real quick. Let's go ahead, turn that back on, let it make that 1. It should be able to. It should be able to do all that diamond skystone alloy just fine too. And we only need 4 of them, I believe. So once we get 2 more. Yep, there we go. There we go. Okay, perfect. So that's 4 of those. We could bring them over to our bender. Go like that. Perfect. So then we can go in here, click on this, and we're just going to need that Fluix flame thing for a frame. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. So we can grab this, bring this over to our lathe, which we actually have a lathe right here again. We'll throw all of that in there until we get 8 of those. There we go. So then we could go like this and go here, and we're going to type in ME space controller. So we have a Futura blocks, which apparently count as a controller, I'm guessing. And then we'll go like this, which will let us make 2 of those. And then we go like here and get our ME controller. Nice. Which for now, I think I want to put behind this block, right? So I think I'm going to go like this and dig this up. I think our ME controller is going to go right there. I believe that's going to be the best way. Then we can go in here and type in energy. We have 8 of these. So if I go like this, right? And that's not where I wanted that one. There we go. If I go to here, I have 5 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. I think if I do that, I might have energy to that. I thought I would. Actually, wait. I gotta tell it to take the power out. Boom, like so. Now I should have energy to that down there. No? Why does that not work either? Because I figured that would work. Because this is set to have power out, right? Yeah, blue is out. No, blue is in. Blue is in. So we need to change that to that. And now it has power. Now it has power. Okay, perfect. Okay. So we now have power for our ME controller. Although I don't have a good way to get to it right now. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and put that there. And we're going to break this. Okay. Because I think what we need to do now is I think I might need to break this inventory proxy. But I think there's some other stuff we need to do before we do that. Because I think I need some quartz fiber to get some ME glass. So that we could do some other stuff. But we also need to make ourselves these things over here, some of these, the crafting patterns and stuff like that. So if we go, and of course, this will come off and go down onto there where it still works. And if I hit B, it says invalid block. So we go like this, and we go like this, shift click it there, and throw it back on, and then I hit B and it works again. Okay. Okay, so we have that. Take that out. Still works. Okay, perfect. Because I think we want to go like this and go at applied and find that quartz fiber, which is right there, which is going to be just another quartz in a wire mill. So we'll go ahead, grab that, and we did make one, right? Yeah, we did. Okay, so we go like this and throw it there. Throw that wire up there. We can throw that up there. And some of this other stuff, stone dust can go over in here. Okay, there we go. So now we have some quartz fiber. And then to get the glass cable, we need to throw in a wire mill this and some fluix crystals. Of course, we just broke down all of our fluix crystals, didn't we? So we could actually come over here, grab our charged ones. We got 7, so we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we can come here and go 1, 2, and 3. Press this on this, go here, and it needs water in it. So we'll grab a bucket of water and put a bucket of water in there. And then we'll grab another bucket of water because in order to get all 7, it's going to need that. Okay, there we go. But then we can grab this out of here. Again, right? And then we go again into this, into a wire mill. Okay, yeah, so it was in a wire mill. Okay, I just wanted to make sure before I did anything else. Okay, so we go like this, take this out, throw this and this in there to get some of that. Perfect, perfect. Okay. So then this, we could put here and here, like that for now, and then we could go in here and see what we need for the terminals, because in order to make a crafting terminal, we're going to need an ME terminal. An ME terminal is going to need a computer monitor and the annihilation core and stuff. So we are going to need some fluix dust. So we'll come over here and grab that. Come over here and take half of those and put them in here. And yeah, then we'll take our diamond dust over here. And we'll take half of it and put it in there just to make some more of those. Then we'll come over here, grab our fluix dust, go here. And we need to make ourselves, again, I'm just going to actually just double check and make sure, crafting terminal. We are going to need the ME terminal. Okay, so yeah, so we'll go in here. Annihilation core. Actually, we probably need to do the right thing. Click on there. We go a formation core, like so, and then annihilation core, like so. And then we just need the computer screen thing it showed, right? So we click on here. We need a computer monitor, which is going to be made in an assembler with a glass pane, aluminum foil, a low voltage circuit, and copper wire. So we go glass. So we need some of this. So let's go ahead and throw this, that. We'll go ahead and throw some of this stuff into the computer that we probably don't need on us anymore. So that we can grab out our glass pane, aluminum foil. And that was a monitor thing. I don't remember if we. So we click on this low voltage and copper. So copper wire and then LV. You could just grab one of those. Okay, perfect. Okay. And then that was all done in just any assembler, right? Any assembler, yeah. So just any assembler. So we can come over here to this one where I go boom. Throw two of those in there. We can throw this and this in there. Don't know what that's making. Okay, it's making a capacitor, so I'm going to take this out first. And then I need to make sure that that's on a okay, so it has no thing. So if we go in here, okay, so yeah, so we'll go like this. Throw that in there. Still going to do that because it's probably the polyurethane. So we'll take the polyurethane out. I don't think it's because of that. It might be because of that. There we go. Okay, so there we go. Computer monitors out. We could throw that in there to keep making some more capacitors, though. There we go. But then we click on this to make our ME terminal. And then we go like this and click on this to make our crafting terminal. And if I put that there, you can see it currently has nothing in it. And that is actually, yes, because of where this is. So we actually want to... Ooh, how are we going to do this? Let's go ahead and break this from here and from here. We are going to want to put one of these right here. If we click on this, we are going to need to make an interface. If we even have one, I don't even know. There we go. ME interface. No, we don't want an interface. We want a. I don't remember. BUS. We need a ME storage bus, right? So we're gonna need this. So this is going to require. Oh wait, this is all we need. Okay. So to make this, we are going to need the interface, and we will need a sticky piston. So we go like this. Okay, yeah, it's up there. There we go. Storage bus. Then we click this. In order to make that, we need to make one of these. To make one of these, we are going to need a skystone frame and two Curtis quartz size scat. Oh, that kind of sucks. So, QU. So we could grab this out of here. Hope that we didn't use up all of our stuff here. We didn't. Perfect. Okay, so we could throw that in there. Let this make this real quick. I mean, real quick is 20 seconds, right? I'm gonna go ahead and hit B real quick and throw this in there, and I'm gonna throw that in there. Okay, so we got that. So now we need to just come over here and smelt this stuff. So we'll go here, throw that in there, and then we'll throw that in there. Oh, shoot, we have some. Nice. That actually works out nicely in our favor, because that means we can just come over here, throw it in here. That's all we needed was those two. So we can click B. We can click on this, we can click on this, we can click on that. We just need this, which means we need some sky steel. SKY, so we need 4 of those to go in a lathe real quick. Just throw all 6 in this lathe, because why not? And I can take that out like so. There we go. Then we go like that. We could then press U on this to go like this to get this. Click this to get this, because I don't think we could get that without doing that. So we go like that. Boom. To do this, to then be able to click on this and make the storage bus. Nice, nice. Okay, and then the storage bus, we put not right there. Really? Are you kidding me? We put right there, like so. We then put this controller right here that'll get power. And then if we go to this, we can click on this, and as you can see, everything is in the computer now. We now have access via this. Okay, though I am gonna go ahead and not change the sorting order. Stored and craftable types, terminal settings, small, medium, large, tall, large. There we go. But yeah, there we go. We now have a system for that. Of course, now we would need to work on some wireless stuff and whatnot. But I think for now, we also want to work on these drives. I'm not sure what all wireless stuff takes, because I'm not sure where it's at over here. So we have the ME interface, which sadly we didn't put in our inventory. So yeah, we have a cell workbench, pattern provider, which lets us do that. There's a P2P tunnel, energy cell, cell housing, chest, matter condenser to make quantum networks. I don't actually see the I don't know what the MEIO port does. A spatial port, the extended IO port, Greg Tech ME, smart cables, smart dense cables. We're not worried about that yet. Not worried about the auto crafting. I don't actually see like this stuff here. Okay, that's where it is. So we're probably going to need, in order to make the range boosters and stuff like that. Who knows? Let's find out. So if we go in here, we need a thing. So we'll go back here. We'll type in at ME, right? Or not ME, at applied energistics, right? So in order to get stuff from point A to point B, we need a thing. I don't even remember what it is. Don't need the crafting units. It's not those. Those would be useful. I'm pretty sure we're going to need this wireless receiver thing, but that could just be for me. If I go like this and type in at AE, there are a couple more things in here. The wireless setup kit. I think I need one of those, which is going to need diamond skystone, which means a machine memory card and some stuff like that. Because I'm trying to think of how we got. Because I know we're going to need like the import and export buses, right? So if I find those, so we have, export bus, import bus, we're gonna need those for sure. We're gonna need more of that, which kind of sucks. I think though we could easily get some more of that easier now that I know what I could do. We go in here, Certus quartz, right? I could grab that. We'll bring it over to our cutter. We're gonna go ahead and grab this and this out. Darn, I should have taken that out sooner. We'll throw that in there. Because that's 45 seconds for that. Oh well. We can bring them over, what we have over here real quick, and throw them in here. Come over here, click on this, throw the rest of our silicone plates in there. Re-enable that and hope we don't run out of power. There's going to be a little bit of time. That Huh? Why is it not doing anything? Forming press should just need silicone plates and that. Oh, I think I have it set to disable after the one it's working on, right? I don't know how to change that. Unless I just did it because of the way it was. Okay, so if I go like that, I'm just going to turn it back on and leave it on and see if it does anything. But there we go. We can take this out, which will give us raw Certus quartz, which we could then either smelt straight into two, or we can crush it in a grinder down to get this, which we could then put in the thing. I think it's going to be the smartest thing, though, would be to just smelt it for now. Maybe, I don't know. It might not be. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and throw that on there. We still got a fair amount of other stuff. We got silver, gold, blue, copper in here. I could just, I'm gonna say I could take a bunch of it out, but I mean, I can. I'm just gonna have to go like this real quick. Take all that out, and then I go like this here. And grab these. Okay, and then what all can I do with Certus quartz? Okay, I could use it as quartz. I could use it as quartz. I could make a Certus quartz wrench. I could do that. Blank patterns. But I think, actually, no, we want to make the dust, don't we? So if I throw this in there, that's going to make that. We could bring this over here and throw it in here. Take this out of here. Throw it into here. Or we did get another flawless emerald, which is nice, but it's also very loud. I'm going to click on this, and disable the sand placement because that's the sound it uses. And yeah, okay. And then we come back over here and grab that out. Come back over here and throw it in here. We could also grab this, which we could bring over here and put onto there. And then we just got to remember, how do we make that sky? It's like the skystone powder, right? So if we go in here and type in sky. Okay, so if I grab this, though, we will need to crush this down. And we put this in here to make skystone, and yeah. Okay, we're good there, We do have our ME system in. It is working, although we are struggling for power. We are horribly struggling for power on this one. So this is just a medium voltage 4 amp. We might be able to just upgrade that. Right? So if we went in here, that uses, let's see, the 4 amp. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so we have that. For that, we need some signalum, which we don't have any dust for. So we have to figure out how to get some of that real quick. So we press R on this, click on this, click on that, click on this, and we click on this, click on this. Okay. So silver, copper, redstone on 3. So if I hit Shift B real quick, I should have some of this, I think. So there's redstone. Don't have any copper or silver. So there's copper. And there's silver. Okay, so then we could go like that. And bring that over around here. Click on this. That's on 3. So if we have copper, silver, redstone, we could do that to start getting some more of that dust, and we'll wait and get a bunch of that dust and get some more wire and upgrade this power over here. So I just looked and I had a bunch of the signalum already. Didn't realize that. But yeah, so I could go like this and just click here. Pretty sure I could throw it on 16, and if I throw this in there, it'll make 16. And if I can get enough to make 4 of those, would be awesome. And then we could upgrade that one that's over there all the way to a 16 instead of the 4 or whatever it's at, right? Because it's at a 4 right now. Yeah, it's only at a 4 amp. So we definitely want to upgrade it to be better. But I think we will have enough to do it, which is awesome. But I go like that. Let's go like this. Where are we at on our skystone here? I could almost put all those in there. Nice. Okay. Yeah, so that'll actually, yeah, let us get that 4th one, which will let us make a medium voltage 16, right? If we just make ourselves another, we'll go like this, and we'll go like this. There we go. We could do that. And then it's this with 2 of these and an MV, which we only have 1 left apparently, but that'll give us that 16. So we can come down here, break that. And I don't know if we could even get a good angle to put this down. Yeah, we could. Okay, perfect. There we go. Okay. So that's that. That gives so much more power to all of these because that could hold more power. So I might be able to turn that back on. As you can see, it's not quite draining it as fast. Of course, we don't have these other things on now like we did before either. But yeah, okay, there we go. Certus quartz that we can now bring over here. Throw it in there. Take that one out of there. We could throw this in there. Take this and this out. And that, I guess. We could bring the stone dust over to here. The beryllium could just go into our system. And the emerald can go in there. We are still having issues with power all the way over here, it seems. Which is fine, I guess. I'll figure something out for that. Like, it seems to be okay, not okay, 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 not okay, okay. Oh, we got a fish. Yeah, but yeah, go over here, take that, throw that in there, boom, like so. Okay, we are doing much better with that there. Of course, what do we have on this one? Is this one here? That's only a 4 amp as well. Do we want to, if I go like this back into here and we type in SIG, we take that back out, we come back over here, we see what we got here. And if I can get this up to, if I put a 16 there, of course I could always just put the second 4 there, right? I could always go like this and put that there. Come up here, I go like this as well and click on this. Take out a stack of this and throw it in there, and that'll get more power into this thing if I go like that. Yeah, that'll work. And then if I go here and I type in at create and see if we have another one of these. I don't see one, but let's hit Shift B just in case. Yes, we do. There we go. Take that out and our wire out. Put that there. I'm going to connect this up to here and to there. And I'm figuring these might have multiple sides now, just so that you can put multiple different things to them to get that, maybe. Who knows? But if I go back in here and type in SIG again, we could take the rest of this back out. And actually, throw the rest of it in there. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to need it. I'm pretty sure I was only able to get 2 of the 16 wires. Here, oh, I was able to get 3. Okay. If I go like this and we press R on this, right? And go to a wire mill, it's 8 on 16 to get that. So we would only need 5 more. So if this makes 5 more, will be better. Of course, that's still draining power. Of course, this one here won't drain power as fast for some reason. I don't know. The whole power system in this doesn't make much sense to me. Like, there's so many things you can and can't do with power, and different things you could do with other things of power, and blah, 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 and yeah. Either way, we got that. But yeah, we need to get a ME drive for sure. I'm pretty sure we're gonna need one of these. Okay, so if I go like that, then we hit B. We are just missing the Fluix stuff, which I believe I could press B here again. Type in at a no. Do I not really have? Do I really not have anything from Applied Energistics in there yet? FL. Okay, so that is from Greg Tech. So we need that. We got that. We got those two things. I mean, I'm pretty sure we do anyways. If I click here. Yeah, it's weird that if I type in at applied, it's not showing it. Shift B. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we got Sky still here. So we can hit B. That'll give us that. So now we just need Fluix stuff. So if we go because I didn't crush all of it, did I? I might have. Which I think is actually fine. What do I need? If I type it in here, FL. Still the same thing, okay. But I made 4 of them for sure, right? And I got 1, 2. There's only 3 there, and I know for sure I made more than that. So Shift B again. Okay, yeah, it's right there. Okay, perfect. Okay. So I could go like this, grab an ME drive real quick, which we will need, and I could put it on top of here. And that is what we're powering with that. Some other things we can do, I'm thinking we could see what we need to make the casings. So, cell housing, fluid cell housing. We need gold skystone alloy. Okay. So we'll hit B. Go here and type in gold real quick. And take that back out. And come over here. And throw it in there. And we can hit B and throw this stuff here. Into the computer. So we don't lose it. Yeah. Perfect. And once we get this skystone alloy, we could run it over here to here, and then we could take it, put it in there, grab this out, bring this over, throw it in there. That'll make 2 of them. That'll be fine. That's going to start doing that. Just a couple seconds on all of those. There we go. And then we'll go squash this down in here like so. And this, for some weird reason, takes 7 seconds instead of 7. I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird how some things take so much longer, but whatever. Once they are done, we should be able to go like that. And click on this. And go, we need some quartz glass. Okay, what do we need for quartz glass? Probably quartz QU. Yeah, because we only have a little bit of that, so crushed Certus quartz ore, we take that out, and that out, and that out. So then we go like this, and we can press U on this. We could crush it there, or we could wash it, or we could throw it in that. But if we crush it here, we get this, which then we have to centrifuge, which I mean, it's fine. I can go like this real quick. I'll do that with one, and then we could throw it in the centrifuge like that, which we do actually have some in here, which is nice. So we'll go like that, which would then mean click on this to click on this. We probably also need glass, don't we? So let's grab some glass. I'm pretty sure we got a bunch in here now. There we go. We can click on that, which will let us click on this, which will let us click on this, and we'll go like this and throw that and that in there and go 1, 2. So that way there we click here and get to that. Okay, now with that, in order to get... these only make portable cells? Okay, I mean... I guess that works. You might be able to put the portable ones in the other thing as well, but... I was thinking about just making these fluid cells. I didn't realize that they were different, but the portable ones, okay, so I would need a energy cell, a chest, and a 1K component. A 1K component we get in the assembler with 3 of these, one of these ultra low voltage things, or a vacuum tube. We could probably do the vacuum tube. We don't have the copper wire for it, so we actually need to make the copper wire, which maybe? Yes, we do. Perfect, okay. So we got that. We go like this and make the copper tube real quick to be able to make fluid cell. That one's okay, so there's just a difference in the amount of energy on those. Okay, so we click on here. We need that. We need 12 red alloy, and we're gonna need liquid sky steel. Okay, well, this is gonna be a little bit of work to get any of this stuff. We did finally get it all up and built, though, at least. So I go here. And no, we're actually just gonna come out, and I'm not very good at this moving around thing, so I'm just gonna go back into this, go like this, press this button here again like that, and get our screenshot, and go, you know what, thank you all for watching. Please enjoy your day, night, do whatever you're doing, wherever you're at. As always, force your friends to watch. We will come back next time and work some more on AE stuff that we can get done, and see if we can get some fluid storage stuff in there so that we can start storing some of these fluids that we have a bunch of and whatnot, and see if we can start getting some of those going to where we can try to get a wireless thing going so we can wirelessly transfer some of them from place to place versus other things, or to where we can just, wirelessly get them all into one place and stuff like that, and then like dump excess and anything of the sort. Anyways, thank you all for watching once again. We will see you next time. Peace out. See you later.